And we're back. We're on some more Elden Ring today. Today, the goal is going to be killing the Regal Ancestor Spirit and then maybe even Estelle, depending on how long this quest ends up taking me. But this should be a pretty good video. Should also make some pretty decent progress on some remembrances. And then the next video will be very likely the mountaintops into Farum Azula. So that'll be pretty fun. If you guys do end up wanting to add anything to this run, by the way, this is a run curated by all of you. Drop a comment with any rules, incantations, any specific bosses you want me to go kill. And yeah, I just want to say thank you all for that. This run in the way that it's being done is not possible without all of you. So if you guys do end up liking this video though, drop a like down below. If you want to see some more of this type of content, I upload pretty much every single day, so drop a sub. And with that, it's time to finish up Ronnie's quest line. All right, so our first step is to go get the Finger Slayer blade from Nokron, so we're gonna go do that real quick. This part shouldn't take too long. I still have Black Flame on. I don't know when I'll get rid of it. I don't know what to replace it with, to be honest with you. I might keep the Scouring Black Flame on just because it's a little bit harder to use. You have to be pretty close up for it to work. But I think what I'll end up doing is once we get into Moog's area especially, I'm pretty sure there's a couple incantations that I really want out of there. So that'll be pretty fun. There's a couple incantations I just want to use outright that I've never used in like a sort of like a run like this, I guess. I've used them, but not to the extent that I would be like running through the game with them, you know? They are blood loss related, so they're a bit cheesy, but I don't care, man. They're fun. So I'll have to go look up how to get those. And then once we actually kill Malekith and stuff, we're actually going to get an incantation that I am going to be using for the foreseeable future. His incantation you get out of his remembrance is so fucking fun. I love it. I've used it for not a full run, but I've used it for about half of a run. That incantation is awesome. I love it. Oh, actually, I have some really good news. So on, I believe the 20th, or maybe it's the 22nd. Oh, fuck. If it's on the 22nd, I'm fucked. Okay, hold on. Okay, so on the, it's either the 20th or the 22nd, they're going to open up Code Vein 2 so you can create your character. And that shit has me beyond excited. So that will be a video. I'm going to do that for a video. We're going to make my character. And if you guys want to like give me some advice and stuff, I'm not really great at character customization in games with like a pretty intricate one. It's a miracle that this character exists because I don't believe I used a guide or anything on this character. I did for my Ranni. I tried to make Ranni on my own. It went about as well as you would expect. But I think this character I believe is fully original. If not, and I just don't remember, my bad. There's probably credit to give somewhere. But if you guys want to help me with that, I'll happily take any help for making my character look better or whatever it may be. I don't know what character type I'm going to go with. On Code Vein 1, in my first ever playthrough of that game back in like 2019, I think. It was like 2019, 2020. I made a guy, and then my second character was a girl, and then I've made girls beyond that just because, in all honesty with you, I think the girls have like way better customization, especially in Code Vein. I think the set that you get for just making your character, I think it's just infinitely better as a woman. Like that's honestly, if you want to know why I play a bunch of like women characters mostly in these games and like just in general, it's because the customization is just way better. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll go through both. Maybe I'll make two. That could be fun. I can make two characters and then we could see the differences and if people want to see a different one. All right, let's take all of this stuff off. Oh, you have my kukris. I didn't know that. Should I do Blood Flame? I'm going to do Blood Flame. Hey, you can't heal. I'm not going to heal. You're not going to do any damage to me, but I'm not going to heal. Look at this fucking thing. It's so good. Look at that blood loss. Nice. Dude, Blood Flame Talons is so fun, man. I love this incantation. But yeah, I guess we'll make two different characters if I can. I don't really know how they're going to allow me to do that. But so look forward to that soon. Code Vein 2 is coming out within the month. It's actually, I think it's closer to 3 weeks than anything, which is fucking insane to me, man. I remember seeing the reveal for that. I believe it was at SGF or it was Gamescom. Man, I was so fucking excited to see that because in my mind, Code Vein was never going to get a sequel. I mean, how do you make a sequel on a game that directly leads into a completely different series? You know what I mean? Which, for context, if you don't know, Code Vein leads into God Eater. It's a bit of like a loose fit, but it does fit into God Eater. So it didn't really make sense for there to ever be a sequel for Code Vein. But the way that they're going about Code Vein 2, at least from what I can tell, is it is a completely different timeline, which that would work. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm really excited to see what they'll do with that. As much as I dislike the system requirements, they feel really shit. Like, it's not to say that I'm gonna have a problem running the game. I'm not, but that's not the point. The point is there's no reason that Code Vein 2 shouldn't be as badly optimized as it is, where the requirements, or at least the recommended specs, specs for it recommend you to build with a 7800 X3D with upscaling on a 30 series. I think it's like a 3070 or a 3080 to get to 1080 with upscaling. That should not be happening, by the way. The system recommendation list that they posted over on Twitter and on Steam aren't the same as the one that's on their website. On their website, they recommend some, like, I honestly think it was a 5-year-old Intel processor, and then I believe a 20 series card would have done just fine for 60 frames without upscaling, you know what I mean? So, like, it's a weird situation. Also, the Intel chip next to the 7800 X3D isn't even comparable in power. I mentioned it in my last video, and I've mentioned it across a couple videos. Dude, I am like, it's unhealthy the amount of Wuthering Waves I've been playing recently, man. It's just so fun. The comeback story of Wuthering Waves is incredible, and I'm glad they didn't just like DOA it or end of service it, you know? I'm really happy about that. That game is incredible. Man, I remember the first time getting here, looking up and being like, what the fuck, you know, like, this is just insanity to me. Because, like, when you're in the actual, like, map of Elden Ring, you're like, this is fucking massive already, and then you go underground and it's like, how is there more? How is there more? And then it keeps going, and there's like 5 different sections of the underground. It's insane to me. It actually, like, baffles me how they managed to do that. Like, my lord, that shit is just incredibly cool. I love it. All right, that didn't take too long. I was only missing 2, I think, so this shouldn't be too bad. Regal Ancestor has never been that hard of a fight, admittedly, but I've also never done it without being, like, absurdly over-leveled. Oh, you have a backward kick? I've never seen that. I don't want to use talons. Oh my lord! The blood flame. Oh shit. Don't get greedy. Wait, this RNG is incredible. Oh my god, wait, he's gonna die. Well, yeah, Regal is kind of a pushover. All right, there's our next remembrance, though. And this one does not. Okay. So I think now I just have to go continue Ronnie's thing, right? So I'll do that, and then we'll get to when I get the actual, like, Finger Slayer Blade, which won't take very long, to be fair, but, you know. Yeah, there we go. Finger Slayer Blade. All right, so now all we gotta do is give her the Finger Slayer Blade. Hi, Ronnie. It wasn't very hidden, but yeah. What if I don't want to? We're not done. I don't know how to tell you this, but we're not done yet. Am I going to put it on? I'll put the hat on. The hat's drip. All right. Yeah, we'll put the hat on. As goofy as this looks, we'll put the hat on. It's fine. There we go. Miniature Ronnie. Little Funko Pop Ronnie. You're okay. Yes, ma'am. You know, the other Ronnie was a lot nicer to me. With that, we have that. Now we're in Angel River, which means we have the ability to go kill the Dragonkin here. And I think he drops an incantation. I might be wrong. Yeah, this shit sucks because of that fucker right there. I'm not even going to bother with the rest of that area. Also, this place is awesome. I love the way this place looks. Anyway, all right, I'm not sure how this is going to go because the way that I did it last time, you can do backstab cheese where you keep him in the loop of it and he'll never be able to actually fight you. It makes it really easy. You have healing? I didn't know that. Well, he's just lore walking at me and he's not dodging, so I spoke too fucking soon. God damn it. This is cheesy as fuck. Okay, there we go. Thank God. I'm just gonna mention it now. If he gets on top of you, you are fucked. All right, so there's our ring, and I think now all we have to go do, pretty much, if I want to set up for Fia, would be the gargoyles. And then we're kind of just done. And here we are. So I do believe that this is Ronnie's original body. There's the curse mark of death with the Stargazer heirloom, which gives you int. But yeah, I believe this is Ronnie's original body. And because she had the curse mark of death, as you can fucking see. All right, this area fucking sucks. But we have to go through it anyway. So we can actually see the Lake of Rot now. Yay, it's so cool and colorful and pink. Do I have that one incantation that cures me? Alleviates buildup of and cure. Oh, there we go. All right, we have flame cleanse me. All right, so this should trivialize this entire area. All right, bonfire. Yes, I actually got benefit from flame cleanse me. I didn't think I would, but now what if I told you that was actually the easy part? The worst part is yet to come. I fucking hate the fight that we're gonna have to go through. I'll go a step further. I despise Estelle. I genuinely hate his fight. It is not a fun fight. It is cinematic. I'll give you that. I don't like the moveset. The camera suffers literally the entire time. The camera could not have been like more poorly designed for that fight. I hate Estelle. I hate the fight. It's not fun, but I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to do shit. So, all right, here's my own sense of torture coming in. We got to fight Estelle. I still have it on. I was going to swap it, but okay, I tell you what, if the damage is way too good, I will swap off of Black Flame for this, and I'll put on, like, Lightning Spear or something. I don't know. We'll see, because I have no idea how this is going to go. I feel like I know just off of pattern recognition, but we'll see. Yep, that's about what I expected. Oh, my damage numbers. I'm going to get hit. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, maybe I just spam the Blood Flame Talents instead of going all the way back. Oh, he did it again. See what I mean, man? I can't see what he's doing. To be fair, I'm like halfway up his ass, but oh my god, just keep your fucking head here, man. I hate this fight. You know what? I don't even feel bad anymore. Fuck you, man. I'm dead. Almost first tried it. He just wouldn't bring me his fucking head. Literally, that's all he had to do. Just keep your fucking head in the same spot instead of moving it around and doing all this other stalling bullshit. Suddenly, I don't feel so bad about using Black Flame. I'm not gonna only use it, but I am gonna use it. I'll try to use Blood Flame Talents for a majority of this damage. If he's not gonna give me his fucking head, though, I'm not gonna bother. It is torture. Huh? That it? There you go. All right, I think I'll start doing fights like that. If I'm going to keep using Black Flame, I don't want to just use Black Flame. Like, I feel like the last couple fights have just been Black Flame, not mixing in anything else. I will say, man, Blood Flame Talons put in fucking work right there. Yeah, Blood Flame Talons was doing crazy work right there. Good shit, honestly. I'm so glad that this is an incantation. It's so fun. Instead of fully getting rid of Black Flame just because I know that it is good and there's no point in like completely neutering something just because it's really good. I mean, evidently I was in my sorcery run, I was not following that of like, if it's really good, get rid of it, because why would you use it? Meanwhile, I was using shit like Slicer and Comet and Night Comet and stuff like that. So I'll keep it on, but we're not going to spam it. We're going to try to do it where I was basically like, if I can't get in to the boss, sort of like that, where I was getting zoned, and I can't use like Blood Flame Talons, the Glaive, or Scouring Black Flame, then I'll use Black Flame like just by itself because it is good for range. Normally that fight is fucking atrocious to me. I still absolutely hate it. It is a bit of a nightmare to try to like read what's happening because he's so big and the camera doesn't zoom out or anything like that. But at the very least, that was a fun version of it just because it didn't take me as long as it should have. Yeah, I think that'll be like the best plan of action going forward. I don't want to get rid of anything because I mean it would just limit my builds, but it would kind of limit the creativity that I can have, whereas with outright spamming it also does the same thing. So I'm gonna try to find a healthier balance of it. I think that would be the best option. All right, let's grab all these Starlight Shards. These are really worth it, by the way, especially if you're playing as an incantation or a sorcery based class. It's so good. I don't know if I included any of that, but I used them on my sorcerer in the DLC, and I actually did prosper from it at multiple times, multiple occasions. So you know how Radahn was a promised consort? I was the OG, bitch. That's right. I'm the OG consort. Fucking love that cutscene, by the way. My god, it's so good. Hi, Ronnie.
Oh, it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
You damn right we will. We're not done yet. I have one more thing I want to do. So we have to quit out. You can also just go to another bonfire and reset the area, but this is infinitely faster. So we do a little quit out. And with that, what we're going to have is my favorite weapon in the entire game, the Dark Moon Greatsword. This is 1,000,000% my favorite weapon in the entire game. I love this weapon so much, man. It's so good. I've done multiple playthroughs where this was my only weapon that I would use. Basically, I would rush to get the thing. I would barely use anything else. This sword is just something else, man. It is my favorite weapon in this game. It's my favorite weapon in Demon Souls as well. It's also my favorite weapon in Dark Souls 3. I love the Dark Moon Greatsword, or as it's called in the other FromSoft games, the Moonlight Greatsword. It's also in a couple Armored Core games too. I don't know if it's in 6. I know it's in Armored Core 1 and I believe 3. Don't hold me to it though. I might be wrong on that, but at the very least, it's in a couple of them. But yeah, this is 1,000,000% my favorite weapon in pretty much every FromSoft game that it's in. I love this thing to pieces, man. Oh, actually, it's also my favorite weapon in Bloodborne, now that I think about it. It's just a pain in the ass to get in Bloodborne, man. But yeah, 100% my favorite weapon. I'm gonna end the video here. That was really good, actually. We got 2 remembrances done, and we got married. It's a great new year, apparently. Anyway, like I said before, though, if you guys do want to add anything like incantations, rules, bosses you want me to go kill, drop those down in the comments. I'm going to add them to the list. Every single time that I update that list, you will be the first to see. So if you guys did end up liking this video, drop a like down below. If you want to see some more of this type of content, I upload pretty much every single day, so drop a sub. The next video will either be just Fortisax, or maybe we'll go into the mountaintops and do some stuff there. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later.